Alright, welcome to the video. Today I wanted to talk about talking about things. Alright, so I wanted to briefly talk about guitar reviews because I've been doing a bit more of them lately. I wanted to share my thoughts on this and have some good discussion. There's been some really good YouTube comments lately that have been helpful or just been talking about guitar stuff, and I love talking about guitar stuff, don't we all? Besides, I don't want to just fire off videos into the void. I want to have an open dialogue with you guys. So I think when it comes to making guitar reviews, there's a balance between being marketable and being honest. Of course, if it's a great product, it goes without saying that, okay, this thing is really strong, it's amazing, and there's only good things to say about it. But when there's some defects, and I say this holding my favorite guitar, but when there's some defects with a certain product, sometimes you have to wonder, is this going to make me marketable? Like, are people going to want to work with me? Are companies going to want to work with me if I say this thing again? Or if I say this kind of thing? Like, what kind of reputation am I having with brands versus the audience? For example, if you're listing off specifications of a guitar, I think if you're looking for reviews on a certain guitar, you probably already know the specifications. But it is good to remind people, or like to include them in thoughts on the instrument, on the guitar, what the specs are and how they relate to what you're saying. But just listing off specs, I guess you could interpret that as being kind of more like a marketing thing, like, hey, check this out, this is what you want, kind of thing, which, like, I understand. When I'm doing guitar reviews or having discussions about guitars or like aspects of guitars, whether I'm talking about like the bridge or the pickups or the shape, how it sounds, how it plays, etc., I want to have just like relevant, practical information. Like, there's a billion reviews on guitars out there. Like, everyone knows what a Stratocaster is, what a Les Paul is. My goal is to share some information, like if your buddy or someone you knew, or maybe someone like an acquaintance or just someone off the street, they came asking about the musical gear, and we love talking about musical gear. I just want to share the information that would help them make an informed decision. That would help me make an informed decision if I was in the market looking for something like this. Because of course, at a certain point in time, I was in the market looking for something like this, whether it's a guitar or like a pickup, if I'm going to do a pickup swap, like how it sounds, how it plays, the important stuff to me. You know, I want to throw in like the little insights, like of course on the surface level, like a double cut guitar like this, for example. Obviously you can get your hand all the way up to the 24th fret. You can like wrap your thumb around it because it's a double cut. But maybe what some reviews might not talk about is like if there's like a block here, if there's no carve here, how if you're like shredding up here, your hand might bump up against the lower horn. Like, those are the kinds of things I try to think about if I remember. I'm only human. I also try to bring a perspective of more like a low volume apartment kind of thing, you know, like using more plugins, using more like digital stuff, more like home studio kind of hobbyist thing. There was a time and point where I was playing shows, playing in bands, and that was fun. But these days, I'm playing in here. I'm making songs, putting them on the internet, talking to cameras for YouTube. And I think, especially in this day and age, in 2023, there's a lot of people in this very same position who are getting these instruments, making music at home. You know, they've got other commitments, they've got a full-time job, maybe they have a family, maybe they have pets, they've got other obligations. They can't exactly go out and play shows or tour like they used to. But what there is time for is to just go on the internet, you know, make some songs, have some discussion with some like-minded people, talk about instruments. And I've really been appreciating the comments on either different points of view, recommendations on technical fixes. Those have been really helpful. Just really like to see what you guys have to say. So overall, my goal has been, you know, I have these instruments, I've bought them, I'm using them. They're tools to construct these songs, make this music I want to hear, want to see. I've bought these, so I'm in this lucky position where I'm not taking sponsors, so you can get this honest opinion of, hey, here's the thing I bought, this is what I think about it, and if you're thinking of buying it too, these are the things you might want to know. And I can just say these, I'm not under any contract or anything. So that being said, what are your guys' thoughts? What do you think about the whole guitar review thing? Do you find them useful? Do you want to see more of them? I know I'm putting these out there to be a resource to people who find them. So I'm not necessarily looking for guitars to get a hold of to review. I'm just reviewing the guitars that I have. And of course, as a guitarist, the roster is ever changing. You know, needs evolve. We get better at using one kind of tone versus the other. Guitars come and go. But is there anything else you'd like to see? I've been doing guitar reviews. I've been talking about bridges. I've done a few different videos on different types of bridges, you know, the multi-scale, the Evertune, the fixed bridge. Is there any other kind of video you'd like to see? Like maybe plugins, maybe how songs are recorded? I enjoy making these, and I do enjoy learning new stuff from you guys in the comments too. So let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see, if you've got any ideas, maybe even tips, or just if you're happy to be here. Let me know. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, print out every frame, mail it, and yeah, all the good YouTube stuff. Anyways, here's a song.